A jack-o'-lantern.
To scare people. I mean, like, bro, I'm not here to defend myself. What's going on, dude?
No. The thing is, you're very pushy, and you take a lot of space and time and like energy, and you're
Bro,
like a big.
Ivan.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
No, I'm
And
not letting you
when
finish.
you're not
Let's
there,
move on.
we miss you. When you're not there, we miss you. That's it.
Okay, you can't just say that you miss me. You have to say that I take up a lot of time and space, and
You're just so big. You're so big.
you're so fat. And that's why I.
How are we gonna put you in the room? You can't fit. That's what Yvonne's trying to say.
You're endearingly annoying. That's
Ivan, you're the only one that thinks that.
that endearingly annoying. No, I don't think so.
No, it's either someone finds me annoying or he doesn't. You're the only one that finds me endearingly.
Who wants to get some reactions real quick?
Yeah,
So
let's do that.
John
Spooky
doesn't think
Halloween.
I'm annoying. John
No,
doesn't think I'm annoying.
I love Nadim. He's as a brother to me.
Yeah, me,
He's
you
your
too.
buddy.
We are brown and we have thick mustaches.
We are brown. We look like each other.
We are the brownies.
John look like me, but on crack.
I wish I was on crack. Yeah, there we go. Enjoy.
Has no sound.
There's no sound?
Yeah.
Why is there no sound?
And it's choppy, and it's very choppy. Let's start from the beginning.
Hubba, 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 bugga.
Bro, it smells disgusting in here, man.
Can't hear anything.
What? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you. I cannot hear the video.
Oh, my buckies. I'm retarded. I don't know how to do this. Well, you just screen share it.
Are you screen sharing?
Through StreamYard.
Send me the link. I'll try to put it in the private chat.
Okay. Bing bong. Copy, paste.
You put it in the comments for everyone. That was so boomer, man. That was so boomer.
Well, there's no option for me to put it in private chat or anything like that.
How is there not like they're next to each other?
I know. I'll show you what I'm looking at.
Okay. Shit. TikTok is so retarded.
Oh crap, that's horrible.
So let me am I sharing my screen? I think I'm trying to. Can you put the screen
you guys are bored? Are they're like boomers, bro?
No, I'm not. Don't put me on that same bag, man. I am kind of boomerish. I'm an older millennial. Now let's watch this thing.
Don't tell nobody I told you this. But if you take some basil and you add it to some mop water that's hot as you can stand it, and you mop your floor with it, oh, money gonna be flowing in.
What?
What the hell did she just say, man? What the hell?
Well, it's simple. It's simple. It's so simple, you guys. Like, according to witches, if you put basil in your mop water and then you mop your front door, money will flow in. I'm not talking about Nadim's mom's credit card or Ivan's. There you go. Some basil. Mop. And then by tomorrow, Yvonne's going to be like,
Finally. Thank you.
Okay, guys, what's the better mustache? The Westford or the normal?
The normal.
I would
I
go
think-
with
I think-
the Tom Selleck mustache.
Yeah, I would go with Tom Selleck as well, but or a pencil mustache. The thing is, I think Westford goes.
No,
Do I have a feedback? Shit. Have a
There's
lot of-
one side. There's one side that is lower than the other. I don't like it.
Be less
You gotta-
gay.
Is this okay?
Yeah.
Looks
look like
French.
He looked like if you came to the border of my country, I'd be like, get the hell out of here.
What? I look more like a Mexican?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nadim, what you need to do is you need to grow the bubble. You need to grow the bubble with it, like the chin and the soul patch, like a little bit longer, and then you take off the rest.
I used to do that last year. But
Dude,
I have some.
you're not old enough to use certain language. Like I used to do that. Dude,
I used to do that last year. I said.
You had a beard
I-
for like 2 days. Like you had that mustache, like it grew yesterday. So
I had my mustache since I'm 15, bro. I had my
yeah,
mustache.
you're 18. You're
I was like
18.
12 I
I'm
was like 12
19.
years. I was
I'm
12 years
19.
old when my mustache started growing in. Like a
Yeah, but I'm
12-year-old
saying
with, like,
it started growing when I was 12. Yes, but like it was
Mhm.
full when I was 12 or when I was 15.
Yeah.
I probably had the mustache longer than you, Ivan, and you're like 40.
No. No. And I've had a beard longer than you've existed, boy.
I haven't ever seen you with a beard.
Because I don't grow it. I don't grow
Okay,
it.
so that's why. That's weak. That's weak.
No, it's not that I can't grow it. It's that I don't, because
Tate.
you can see it's
Well,
gray.
you're gonna be a priest. You're gonna be a priest, so you're gonna have to.
Yeah, so you can't.
There's no excuse for you now.
Doesn't who was what saint was like a priest that shaves his beard is no priest.
Yeah, I'm gonna grow a beard eventually, but let me get married, man. Like,
Bro, what do you
Like-
mean? I can grow my beard too.
it's
I
patchy.
shaved it.
It's super
It's
patchy.
patchy because I got an allergy here, so it's
Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Why are we talking about beards, man?
it's okay, bro. We can have a new conversation, bro. We never talked about beards and mustaches and stuff.
You want to talk about beards? Let's talk about beards, man. You have to grow a bulbo, and don't tell me you used to do it.
A what?
A bulbo.
Saksuke, like this,
Girl
I'm gonna show it to
Bible?
you, man.
Girl Bible?
Bulbo. No,
Bible?
bro.
no.
The word used to can be a year ago. Like what?
Let me share the screen.
Saying I used to do it a year ago. Then I need to cut it with like scissors or something.
A razor.
No, because if I do it with a razor, it's just gonna like be a bit weird.
No, like a straight edge.
No, I'm saying here. I'll do it here with the scissors and the rest. Yeah. Because mine like it grows like down, then it like pushes here, so it looks like it's one beard. It's like, but actually it's much taller.
That's what mine does. Like it all grows back. If I grow it out really long, then it'll start coming out.
Yeah,
But
when I
everyone's
shave
like-
it just shows my like the patch here, but when I don't
You have
shave
to
it,
shave
like,
it off. You have
I
to
have
shave it
a-
off.
well, I
You
have
shave here.
trickle.
yeah, but then it'll
silinitis.
be so close because my patch is super close to my chin, so then it'll be like the it's gonna be a line of hairs like here.
Just do the trend. Just do the old school.
Yeah,
chin
the
strap.
That's
What's up, bro? What's up, bro?
Dude,
You want to fight me? You want to fight?
I didn't even-
That's the way I do it, man. I also You know,
No,
you have to
you do
trim
it,
this
but you
shit.
do it clean, bro. I don't have this
I
kind of
don't. I don't
skills.
like the clean. I don't like the clean. Well, I guess I'm too lazy for the clean look. I just like shave everything.
Bro,
out.
the camera doesn't show this much hair. You actually have more hair than the camera shows, like from far away.
I know. I have a lot of beard, man.
He's
Way
just-
Yeah,
more
if you
than.
grow it out, it looks like it's like thick.
It's too much. It's too much. That's why I keep it short, man.
Wait, why
I keep
don't
What
you
are you
do?
doing for
Oh yeah, you did.
Valentine's? What are
Why
you doing
don't
for
you do?
Valentine's?
What? Are you inviting me?
Come to California, my friend.
Oh, you want to do
We
something
can go to
fun?
Hollywood.
Yeah, dude. No, I'm too hairy. I'm too hairy, man. I don't like.
Yeah, I'm not that hairy.
I'm not that hairy. I'm hairy, but I'm not
That's
that
some
hairy.
Argentinian genes. I don't
No,
have them.
there are no Argentinian
Yeah.
genes, dude. They don't exist.
No.
Like the
Like-
Spanish genes, then, bro. Come
Yeah.
on, bro.
I have I shave my neck. Like my neck connects with my beard over here.
Mine is
What?
Shave every day.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
this hasn't happened yet. I think. Oh no, it did. It
It is. I
What?
became ugly.
I just found out, bro. You ruined my life, Ivan.
Maybe you should do some more TOS and find out about yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I used to have a big beard at some point, but it wasn't like extra big. But I don't know. I can show you a picture if you guys want.
Yeah, show,
Of the
show.
longest.
But why don't
you in your
you do
underwear?
the thing that you want me to do?
What?
Why don't you do the thing that you want me to do? Like that.
Because I did it for a long time, but the thing is, I want to eventually see how a large beard can look in me. But for that, I need to let everything grow, especially like this part. So I generally wear that, but the thing is, it's like too much work in my case to shave constantly. This is like lower maintenance. Like I don't have to. I just like trim it every 2-3 days, and that's it.
Yeah, I hear
yeah.
like taking care of a big beard is super annoying. Like you like in the morning it just wakes up. You wake up and it's like goes the right left, and you have to like
Comb it.
comb it for hours. I
Do you
hear it's
guys know
annoying.
who Isaac Butterfield is?
No.
This guy he's a comedian. He's this Australian comedian, and he has just this huge, like, I've never seen a beard like his before. It's wild. I'm like, that would suck to have.
What's
Where's the cat, bro?
does it look? What?
Well, do you want to see my do you want to continue on witch talk, or do you want to get to my piece of resistance of the video I wanted you to see?
I want to see the beard of Ivan, bro. I want to see Ivan with a beard.
Okay, let me show this. It will be quick. It will be quick, but then we can do the other stuff.
After that, I have to sleep. I have to wake up at like 6:30 in the morning.
This is the longest I grew my beard.
Yeah,
And this is trimmed, by the way.
Did you just
This
swallow
is
like
what?
a lemon?
He's
This is
probably drunk as hell here.
No, I'm not drunk. This
When
is
was
this is
Swallow a lemon? Like
When was
no,
this?
this was in a club. This was in a nightclub. I was
Okay,
like,
then you were drunk.
not
I was
drunk. I
high.
had drunk.
I was high, okay? A difference.
I wasn't high that I remember. I think I was sober. Like I had already become a Christian, and I think I was already attending like Orthodox liturgy. I think, but at that time, I don't know how.
When when was this? Like 3 years ago?
Let me see. Let me see again. No, this was like February 2 years ago, so almost 3 years ago.
3 years
Almost.
ago, and in 3 years it shifted from black hair, from like normal hair to gray and white. Bro,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
so sad.
Man, you don't know what I've been through. This is super great.
That's because you stress a lot, bro. You know, my sister like found bro. My sister found a white hair in my back, in my head, and she's like telling my dad. She's like, look, he has a white hair. He's like, yeah, that's because he stresses too much. He tries to be a philosopher too much.
That's why I have
I'm
no
like-
gray hair. I live in stupidity. It's still black. Every single bit.
And like there is like the way he said it is like a slang thing in Lebanon. It's like something it's like pejorative way of
You're
saying
just
it.
like
It wasn't.
you're one of them know-it-alls.
The brainiacs.
Yeah, he just keeps on like doing stuff that doesn't mean shit.
This
That's
boy was
basically
this
what
guy,
he meant.
He's educated. We don't know what he talks about.
Yeah.
He's educated. I only read the Bible, the King James Bible. I've never read a single other book. That's the only book I'll read today, and that's the only book I'll read tomorrow until I die. That's the only book I read.
I'm a KJV kind of guy.
Yeah, KJV. Do you know that the King James Version Bible? Did you know that the Hebrew was the real Hebrew?
What does he want to do?
We get it.
Dude,
Okay?
Bro, look how
Later,
white,
okay?
bro. You have more white hair on your beard than my father, bro. And my father is like 57.
Thank you, Nadim. Thank you.
I had to. You called me annoying, so I have to annoy you.
And fast.
And fast.
Asshole, Ivan.
No, dude. You're right. You're right. This is shit. This is shit. Shit genetics.
No, but when you're a priest, you're gonna like suck it up, bro.
Yeah. I cannot do anything about it.
No, I know. Like, there's priests in Lebanon that shave their beard, bro. I don't like that, bro.
No, and I'm also gonna go bald eventually. So, like, I'm gonna be like bald priest with long beard.
Just keep the. I know the Russians. They also keep the thing on like most of the time. So it's not like the if you were a Georgian priest, then you'd be messed up, bro. Because they don't wear the thing that much at all. Like they walk around, so you'd be like a bald. You'd be like a biker priest.
Yeah.
Wes Watson priest.
Yeah, Wes Watson priest, definitely.
Would you like if you do become like, well, I don't mean like if you do, but like when you become a priest and all that, are you planning on staying like out in the East or Europe being that, or would you come to the States and be that, or would you like
I think when he's ordained, he doesn't choose where to go. So it depends where he's ordained.
But what if you like moved to America and then like became a priest? Would you like most likely stay here in America, be deployed here in America? Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, because they need clergy there.
Yeah.
They get paid a lot, bro. Depending on the the jurisdiction. Like the Antiochians get paid a lot in the US. I don't know about the others. Like Rokor don't get paid a lot. Don't think the Russians do, but I know for sure the Antiochians get paid a lot.
I'm like Russian ride or die, unfortunately. So like I don't know. I really like the Russian liturgy more. So
would you be a priest in like I mean it's not your choice, but I'm saying like Rokor, like Rokor is, some people say it's the more based Russian church.
as long as the liturgy is nice, anything, like I'm open for anything. The thing is, our churches have a very like strong ethnic element, and I want to like be in tune with that, because like say for example, like I'm starting to learn a little bit of Russian. I'm not fluent at all yet, but I'm starting to learn a little bit of Russian. I can understand a lot in the Russian liturgy. So to
Slava
do that
Boyko.
with Greek or with Arabic, it's like it's a very big step.
The deacon in the cathedral, like our church is one of them, is Russian actually, and he does like one liturgy. He does it. He one liturgy yes, one liturgy no. He does the what do they call them in English? The we let us play. Let us pray to the Lord. What do they call them? The they're like, they say the thing. The deacon says the thing, and then he says, "Let us pray to the Lord." Then it's "Lord have mercy," and then he says the other thing. Then it's "Let us pray to the Lord," and "Lord have mercy." What do they call them in the beginning? And the deacon goes and he raises his hand and he.
I don't know the word in English.
Okay, so that he does it in Arabic. And he's not a native speaker. He's like a Russian. He sometimes.
Yeah, no, I understand what you mean. It's possible. I mean, but it's better from my perspective. I take a more like those things are okay, but I take a perspective of a priest must know the culture of their flock.
Yeah.
So
No, that's exactly
like,
what I was saying. Yeah, like he does it in Arabic. Like he's Russian. He's doing it in Arabic. Like,
yeah, but that requires that he knows like the culture of his people. Like, um, it's even possible that like I would prefer to stay like in Spain or go to Latin America or to go to the States, like anything in English or Spanish, and then the language of the mother church. Like if it's Russian. But since I'm already starting with Russian, like I don't think I'm gonna be fluent in Greek, in Arabic, or in uh, I don't know, Georgian. So
yeah.
Okay, well here's one. What? Oh wait, go ahead.
No, say it. I don't mind.
Oh, I was gonna say here's one more video that I sent Ivan that I wanted to see about you guys with the witches, and then I'll get to the real one I want to show Ivan. And Nadim, if you care to stay along, but if you gotta go to bed.
Yeah, I need to leave, bro.
I'll watch you sleep, but you can stay.
Bye.
You can stay.
No, I need to leave. I have to sleep. Like it's good you're reminding me, because then I won't sleep.
Well, we can all watch you sleep. It's okay.
Sure, okay. Let me just.
okay.
Okay, this is another funny one. This is a funny one, and then I'm gonna get to the real one right after this, and then I do have to go.
Turn myself into a witch. This is what happened. By the way, I mean a real witch. Like I didn't write a novel. I'm a skeptic who attempted to go on a profound spiritual journey and then publish a book about my most private realizations, successes, and failures in exchange for money. I live under capitalism just like you, bestie. Don't judge me. Here are a few unexpected things that happened along the way. Number one, witchcraft is self-directed. This is what makes it hard. We live in a great age for autodidacts. If you're someone who learns really well independently, just like vibing with the internet, what a time to be alive.
Don't you think anything would be kind of hard to believe in if it was always just self-directing?
What do you mean?
Like what she was talking about, like to be a witch, like because like they pretty much just like give you this is what we believe in and find your way. It's not like Christianity in a way where it's like we have a structure, we have commandments. This is how to be a Christian. Wouldn't you think if it was just like any kind of religion like that's like that, where we have to just like find our own way, it would be hard because you would never know like really what you're doing. I don't know.
Yeah, well, because witchcraft is an anti-religion, is fundamentally like do your own will. Like do your own will is the only law, and like witchcraft is satanic and it's a worship of power, and like witches are bad, man. Like they're all bad. They can pretend to be good, but they're all bad. They're all self-serving witches.
If you are someone like me who needs accountability and like outside mentors to help you make sure that what you're doing isn't totally fucking yourself over, witchcraft is really tricky because there's hundreds of voices out there and you have to pick which ones resonate with you. There is no Bible. There is no Bible. So like right at day one, you're basically already going inside and trying to find your inner moral compass and what right and wrong means to you and your morality and what is wisdom. This is before you've like bought any fucking incense. So witchcraft increased my anxiety. I was expecting the opposite to happen.
I wonder why.
The universe is sending you constant signals. This isn't soothing. Or like standing under the general mail slot inside a post office where everyone drops their letters in and they just pelt you. And which kind of leads me to my next thing. Witchcraft made me realize that despite getting straight A's in school, I have barely tapped the powers of my mind. Here's an example. At one point during the book, I discovered I have a slipped disc. I'd been in chronic pain for 2 years. It felt like someone had wedged a chopstick into my back. I tried a lot of things. I went to an ortho spine doctor. I did massage. I did chiropractic. I did acupuncture. Witchcraft did not heal my low back. Everybody calm down.
Never wanted to go to the gym, did you?
Exercises that allowed me to be pain-free for several minutes when nothing else could.
What if you do a spell to lose like 20 pounds? What a fat witch.
That's the beauty spell. Like, and that's like I've met several witches before, and they're like, oh yeah, we have like the powers to do like it's crazy. I'm like, okay. I'm like, make me 7 feet tall. oh, magic doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Mind body connection is real. The right kind of witchcraft can help you manipulate it. I can't imagine what else I could physically do if I got really good.
If you can like
witchcraft made me want to be a better person.
When you can make your spine fix, if you can make a spell to fix your spine, you could make a spell to just be like, can I weigh 120 pounds and have tight skin again?
Sit and like really meditate on the concept of the interconnectedness of all beings and the idea that everything, like in the animism aspect of witchcraft, that everything has a spirit. Like my little eyeglass case has a spirit. It's really hard to be mean or cruel because you realize everything is an extension of yourself. You are part of a web. Why would you hurt the web that you live in? Why would you be mean to another part of your own self? I know it sounds hippy-dippy. I'm not saying I'm not still a bitch sometimes. It's just it has allowed my better days to be better. Finally, witchcraft made me feel unbridled, uncomplicated, calorie-free, guilt-free, bliss.
Oh no, you have a lot of calories. You have a lot of calories.
This is something they talk about a lot online. People talk about what witchcraft can do for you. They talk about spells, they talk about hexing, they talk about ethics, they talk about the religion or spirituality, what crystal does what. All of that's great. But something I encountered that I don't hear talked about a lot is absolute bliss. When you're doing spell work, there are sensations, there are meditations you can reach. I still don't really know how to talk about this, even though I wrote a whole fucking book about it. I don't know. Read the book. I say it better there. Point is, witchcraft can make you feel absolutely unbridled bliss. Whether or not I call myself a witch at this point, kind of, I always say, who's asking why? There are people out there who will straight up persecute you, even if you just like to talk to trees and know what to do with elderberries. If you are a skeptic who has always been curious about witchcraft, I hope you find some parts of my journey relatable.
Ugh.
Welcome to my life, my friend. Welcome to my life.
Dude.
This is the stuff I deal with all the time.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. These people. Wow. Do you have another one? Yeah. Let's see. Let's look at this one.
This one's a little bit more down your wheelhouse.
Probably. Let's share.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Christianity, we can put it into three groups: Catholics, Orthodox, Protestants. This is the main groups: Catholics, Orthodox, Protestants. Protestants branched out from the Catholic Church. Martin Luther had an issue with the Pope of his time, which was Pope Leo X. I must say, with all love and respect, I'm talking, by the way, please, no hard feelings, no. Pope Leo X, at the time, he was doing things biblically incorrect. That's history. Don't be upset if you're a Catholic. Pope Leo X was doing things biblically I have a lot of question marks about. Martin Luther, who was Catholic, by the way, born German. Germans are strong, very strong-headed, eh? So Martin Luther, raised in the Catholic Church, he was a monk priest. He used to pray the rosary. He used to celebrate the Holy Mass. He used to say, this is the body and the blood of Christ. He was a Catholic. Then he saw the Pope doing certain things which were wrong. They were wrong. So you're a Pope. You are susceptible to making mistakes. You're a human, and every human is under the influence of making mistakes. So he went and questioned the Pope. He had about 97 theses. He put it before the Pope, and he said, I want you to answer them. In retaliation to the action of Martin Luther, without bringing Martin Luther and questioning him and seeing what his intentions were, the Pope, in return, he excommunicates Martin Luther from the Catholic Church. Excommunication is the ultimate punishment you give a clergyman. What is excommunication? You are now detaching that person from Christ completely. In other words, this person is going to hell. So Martin Luther was excommunicated by the Pope, Leo X. What did Martin Luther do? He had followers. So they protested against the Catholic Church, and they became the Protestant branch of Christendom. Protestantism comes from the word to protest. They protested against the Catholic Church. I can assure you, if Martin Luther had known there was orthodoxy in the East, he wouldn't have created a branch of his own. He would have gone and joined orthodoxy, because what he began with was absolute Orthodox belief. So he would have been saved by the Orthodox. So what he did, he said, no, I need to save these Catholic people from this Pope. So I have to save them. He created a branch, and they became Protestants. And the first branch of Protestantism was the Lutheran Church, named after Martin Luther. Luther became the Lutheran Church. When you go to a Lutheran church, you will see till now they still have certain things like an apostolic traditional Catholic Church has. They celebrate, they say this is the body and the blood. They say the Nicene Creed. They have some sort of a liturgical service, not fully like the Catholic Church, but they still have the touch of the Catholic Church in the Lutheran, since it was the first ever established branch after the split and departing from the Catholic Church. That happened in the 16th century. After 500 and odd years later, we have about 800 million Protestants worldwide, with over 3,000 branches alone in America. And every branch says, I'm right. So which one?
I really dig the music, like the emotive music behind the words. You know, to the editing to make it sound like super profound. Um, r- right off the bat, two things about this guy. This guy is not Orthodox. Okay, he's from the Oriental Church, which is a schismatic church. They're Nestorians. So from my perspective, he's a heretic. Okay, he's not in communion with us Orthodox. Having said that, second thing, um, I wouldn't take the same perspective in regards to, for example, excommunication. Excommunication doesn't mean that you're going to go to hell. Like, um, perhaps that's what he meant from within the perspective of what the Catholic believe excommunication is. But we Orthodox believe that excommunication simply bars you, let's say, from full participation in the body of Christ, insofar as we ourselves are not able, let's say, to participate fully because, for example, we killed someone. If we kill someone, let's say, during war, even if it was legitimate, even if it was justified, it's still, let's say, considered uh, an excommunicable offense. Now, the intricacies of these things are, let's say, too deep for me to talk about authoritatively. But what I can say is that the broad strokes of what he said were correct, but they fundamentally, let's say, miss very important like details, which is like from the perspective of the Orthodox, the Catholics are the first Protestants in a sense. But like I don't know if we wanted to go deeper than that regarding the video. Like,
no, yeah, we can go deeper on that another time. I mean, I don't have too much time today. It's like, gotta go do this stupid Halloween stuff. But and one thing I wanted to know also is like, do you? I don't know too much about like where Luther's 95 Thesis actually line up with Orthodoxy. Like, is that true or is that not? Because like my dad and I kind of talked about this the other day, and then we were like, well, Luther was super intelligent, and he must have known about, especially during that time, about Eastern Orthodoxy and Orthodoxy in itself. So like,
yeah,
to say that he wouldn't know about them, like he was an extremely smart person. Like he knew everything there was to know, like, about the churches. That's why a lot of people hated him, because he just knew a bunch of stuff. And so like, I don't know, I figured he would have already known about them, wouldn't he?
About their existence, definitely, but I wouldn't assume that he understood the theology.
That's true.
Like you have to take into account, take any, let's say, intellectual limitations in terms of, let's say, the power of the intellect to apprehend. Let's take that aside for a second. Even if he was like a super genius, whatever, there was a material, let's say, dearth. You have to think about why all of this was going on at that time. Like, the Protestant Revolution could only take place because you already had the printing press. Before the printing press in the West, the Bibles were produced handmade, right? And they were made in Latin. So before the Protestant Revolution, like, there was a very big tension regarding, let's say, like having Bibles in the vulgar tongue. And for something like the Protestant Revolution to take hold, you require printing presses. Like without that, it's impossible. Now, going back to what happened before that, you realize that a priest could be illiterate. That's a possibility, but the painstakingly long process of educating a person in the faith and in the theology of the church would mean that even if you knew there was a thing as a, let's say, as an Orthodox person, it's quite possible that you would be like stormed by the, let's say, misconceptions that your environment had about those people. And I'm not meaning to say like, oh, he was ignorant or this or that. I'm simply saying in the same way that we have a fog of war, for example, when it comes to, I don't know, how things are in Russia or how things are in China, and we can try to puzzle it from the outside. The reality is that if you don't have boots in the ground, it will be impossible for you to discern what it's like. Because even if you had one person from that place come and talk to you, that's not a big enough sample, and it's not, you're not seeing like the moving pieces interacting with each other. So what I would say is, I also thought about this question in another frame, which was, let's say, why didn't the Catholic understand the theological implications of their beliefs? And part of it, part of it has to do with the fact that like they literally didn't have the books. Like lots of the books that Orthodox people use weren't even translated into Latin. So if you didn't even have the translations of the books and you didn't have access to the priests, and there was, let's say, a political iron curtain that prevented, let's say, evangelism, then that's the only way you can explain the fact that even if you know they exist, even if you have, let's say, exchange of ideas, you will never like learn how they think unless you live among those people. Like you have to actually go and live among those people. And let's say you yourself went and lived among those people, came back home, changed. Let's say you came changed. Do you think that the people around you would understand? No, they would think you're crazy or a cook or whatever, or a little bit weird, but they would probably not understand, let's say, the ways in which you're thinking about the world. Perhaps some of them could get like some glimmers about it, but think about it in your own personal like relationships, even like in a marriage, like your spouse, they probably don't know exactly how you think about things. Like they probably cannot replicate your perspective on things so easily. So all of these things conspired to, let's say, obscure um, obscure access to information. And now you can say that after, because liberalism is a consequence of Protestantism, after liberalism arose, then there was a possibility of, let's say, more intellectual exchange. But you have to understand that, okay, Protestantism and after liberalism, you already have like hegemonic, you like cultural logical perspectives. Like for example, liberalism is also a byproduct of free thought. Okay, and free thought comes preloaded with a set of culturological assumptions that it's been 500 years and we haven't like completely disentangled that mess. Like we have philosophers nowadays now trying to like explain to people like the the way that the anthropology that the Enlightenment had, we think. So you're talking about, let's say, why don't the Orthodox and the Protestants, or the Orthodox and the Catholics, have like better, let's say, religious dialogue? It's like, if you're starting from from different presuppositions, it takes a lot of work to sort of like even start to match an understanding, right? Because people come with a lot of preconceived notions, and those preconceived notions most of the times are baggage that needs to be, let's say, like transfigured, discarded, transmuted, changed, and that's fundamentally what is required for one to, let's say, become orthodox. Because in a way, the passions are not just simple like short circuits in your brain where like you're addicted to sugar or to cocaine. It's also like a way in which you view the world, which guides you into, let's say, serving demons. Because a wrong idea, a wrong belief ends up being a demon you're serving. It becomes like a deception given by the enemy. And in that sense, to finish the my point is, we cannot expect from, let's say, dialogue to come to the right conclusion. Like, the presupposition of free thinking is like, you're going to have access to all of ideas, and you can pick and choose which ideas are the best, because you have like the full marketplace of ideas. And that is not correct. Why? Because we are fallen, and fallen people pick and choose whatever they want. And like, the point that I think Peugeot makes that is very helpful for people is, you already come in with motivations into the discussion. Like, you yourself have a worldview that precedes, let's say, everything. And that's the argument that, for example, we ourselves have to make against, for example, science. It's like, you're not an objective like person, like simply watching things and like deciding what's the best. No. The way in which you view reality affects reality, and shows you that you already had a motivation. That's why two people can watch the same piece of news and come to different conclusions. Like, why? Because their starting presuppositions are different. So if you understand that, you're already challenging the hegemonic anthropology, right? You're challenging the way we understand human beings to operate. You're making a statement about how rationality functions. You're making a statement about what the human being is composed of. And I think that's where we are right now in the West in terms of like the cultural discussion. It's still like a small spark that hasn't like caught on fire, but that's fundamentally the discussion that we ought to have. Because like, we're, from the moment children are born, we're like throwing them into empiricism, we're throwing them into evidentialism, we're preloading them with a lot of philosophical baggage that prevents them from seeing the truth, and we're doing it systematically. And we Orthodox, we believe like this, even the relationship between, let's say, the state and God should be different. So like, it's a lot of changes that have to that change every facet of life. Sometimes only slightly, sometimes nothing is changed, but most of the time the change is super radical, to the point that it's a different way of living life itself, if it makes any sense.
Okay, well, that does. It's gonna give me a lot to think about now.
Yeah, well,
yes, that's the whole reason why I asked the questions.
Yeah. Well, anyway, bro, I need to go to sleep. It's almost 3 a.m. for me. So
it's okay. I gotta head out as well. And